Well, guys, looks like it really is the year of the rabbit because Nintendo just pulled some crazy shit out of their magic hat and dropped Metroid Prime out of nowhere. The first time I ever played Metroid Prime, I was like 7 years old, watching my dad play it on the GameCube. I don't really remember exactly what he was doing, but what I do know is that he was stuck, trying to solve some puzzle or figure out where to go. It doesn't matter. The point is, he was confused as shit and needed a break, so he looks over to me. Me. Could you believe it? Just some nobody kid with nothing but a juice box to his name and says, "Hey kid, catch." Throws me the GameCube controller, and I just started going absolute apeshit, just rolling around back and forth on some ancient space half-pipe, pretending I was Tony Hawk or some shit. I did this for like 10 to 15 minutes with the biggest smile on my face, and then, like an idiot kid, handed the controller back to my dad and never played it again. That is, up until about a week ago. Hell yeah! This game is basically what would happen if Nintendo made a Halo game. And it's freaking dope as hell. You may not have that same level of movement like you do in Metroid Dread, where you're just barreling up and down and side to side, jumping and sliding around like an absolute psychopath, but you do have a much more incredible atmosphere and soundtracks that are both tied around that very Halo-esque theme of unearthing the secrets of an ancient alien civilization. Plus, you got the different visors that Samus relies on to navigate through the game, which are pretty cool. Especially the Predator Vision visor, that one's really badass. But, as the old saying goes, with great power comes great backtracking, because holy sweet backtracking Jesus is there a lot of that in this game. Seriously, it's no wonder the only memory I have of Metroid Prime is that of frustration and confusion from my dad, because if you have never played it before and don't know exactly where to go, it is incredibly easy to find yourself looking like Mr. John Last over here while playing. And just so I'm clear, I'm not saying that being lost is entirely a bad thing. Some of my favorite experiences in games are having no idea where I could possibly go and then figuring it out, but there's a difference between having the player discover the correct path forward and some of this bullshit that makes me want to jump into the corner of my desk head first. Metroid Prime is loaded with brick walls followed by 30 to 40 minutes of backtracking, and it does this over and over and over again until you reach the very end. It can be annoying, it can be frustrating, but you know what? Despite all that, despite all the backtracking, despite not realizing I was supposed to be finding and collecting these 12 artifacts until the very end of the game, despite being bullied and constantly thrown into the lake of lava by these asshole beetles in Magmore, Metroid Prime has still managed to become one of my favorite games of all time. Not just my favorite Metroid games I've ever played, because I've only played 2 at this point, but one of my favorite all-time games. So, buy it. Did you buy it yet? I'm not leaving until you buy it. Okay, I think you bought it by now. I'm gonna go.